What is going on, everybody? It's Jamie, and welcome to the channel Thrift-Onfire. Today's gonna be a what sold video, what sold for me recently on eBay and Poshmark. I'm gonna give you some updates on some other selling platforms as well. Depop, I'm still actively selling on Depop, and it's hit and miss. You know, there's always lots of activity on there. I find the biggest problem when you're selling, even though my account is set up to sort of mimic a US account, being that all my items are in USD. When someone goes to pay, they only have one option, and it's PayPal. And I get a lot of messages from people saying, hey, you know, can you do anything about PayPal? I think Stripe is the other payment processor on there, but as a Canadian, you can't use that. So I think that limits the amount of sales that I can get on Depop. That being said, I still do get some Depop sales. I think enough to keep it going. My Poshmark.com account is on vacation mode still. When I sell stuff, I'm actively delisting. So I'm keeping on top of what's listed there, but I have no real time frame on when that can become active again, or if it can even become active again at all. I have no idea. As far as Grailed goes, I've kind of put Grailed on the back burner for just a little bit. I haven't listed anything new there in a while. I've been just doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's just sort of been something I haven't really dealt with. I really thought I was going to go all in and start listing there. I only listed maybe 10 to 15 things. And I realized it's a very particular platform. There are lots of things that don't go on there very well. And I don't know that I love it. I'm going to probably continue to monkey around with it a little bit. But as far as Grailed goes, you know, it's kind of been on the back burner for right now. So right now, at the moment, obviously, local sales are always an option. That's never out of the question for me. But really, it's eBay.com and Poshmark.ca. Those are the two platforms we are selling on. Okay, this what sold video takes place, I think, over 3 different days. I think it's like later Sunday afternoon, Monday, and then today when I'm filming this, it's Tuesday. So it's 3 different days of just shipping smaller orders. But let's jump into the order pulls. Kicking it off with some eBay sales, and we're going into the clothing 2 bin here. And this shirt should be right on top. I had an issue with another shirt. Typically when I sell them, I'll write them down on a sheet of paper like this one right here. And usually I put the location, so when I'm coming out here that I know what location, but I had to search for one. It wasn't this one. This one was in the right location, clothing 2, but it will be close to the top because I was searching for a different shirt. Monster Ink shirt. I actually bought this for myself. It didn't really fit me great, and it's not really worth a lot. We wound up getting $11.96 on eBay USD, you know, like roughly $12. I think a $12 conversion is something like $16.50 Canadian. So not awful, but not something I would pick up to sell all the time. Like I said, I kind of picked it up for me and it just did not fit. Next item, looks like we sold a vintage, let's see if we can get this back in here, vintage hat. I did pre-pull this one as well. It's just on top. I threw it up here yesterday. It is a Washington Capitals hat, snapback. I have a bunch of these, or at least have at least 2 or 3 more I can relist. Nice foam inside. It is an older hat. I took an offer. I had these listed way higher a while ago, but they just weren't selling. But I did take an offer on this one for $23 USD. And I picked this up. It's in a garage sale video a while back. I probably paid about $5 Canadian a hat, roughly. I'm guessing. I honestly don't remember. I should go back and watch the video. I do remember buying them. I just don't remember the cost, unfortunately. Next, we sold a lot of cassettes. So we are going back up here. All right. And this one is, I believe it's Aretha Franklin. Let's see if we can find it. Too terribly hard to find, I wouldn't think. So we are getting down a little bit. Not so many layers. Simon Garfunkel. The Yearwood, the Beatles. Barbara Streisand. You know, of course we'll grab every single one. Ah, right there. There's Aretha Franklin right there. I think on this lot of 5, looks like we got about $12.46. So moving it out. Happy with that. You know, most of the rock ones are a little better, you know, although not bad considering my buy cost. The last one we're going to pull in this round of orders, I believe, is in the Facebook Marketplace. I'm just trying to remember from yesterday. There, I have every single size in this Justin Bieber, Tim Biebs, and Justin Bieber and Tim Hortons, so Tim Biebs collab shirts. These used to sell for about 20 bucks roughly. I think on this particular one, $12.92. Still have some. I only pick them up at the Goodwill bin, so I'm not into them a lot. Yeah, but let's get this round of orders out of here. Future Jamie here. I know in the intro of this video, I had said there was 3 days worth of order pullings. I wasn't wrong, but actually in this video, there's only 2 days of order pulling. There was the Sunday night, and then Monday I actually shipped out something from the $5,000 to $5,000 challenge video, which is not going to be part of this video. So I did film, but it's not part of this video, so I was wrong in the intro, but I did ship again today. So we're going to go back to the video, get some more orders out, and I thought I would just clear that up. All right, another round of orders here, starting with this jersey. Another one of these Youth Fanatics jerseys, St. Louis Blues, large, extra large. Let's take a look and see if this one has original price tag. There's a price tag under that, but yeah, I'm gonna guess I paid about $10 for this, maybe roughly Canadian, somewhere between $6 and $10. These things are priced depending on when I picked them up, but yeah, max at $10 on this guy, and we wound up getting $39.95 USD. Pretty decent flip. Next is this jacket. It is a Chelsea football Adidas jacket. In the listing, it says the year. I can't remember at the exact seconds. It's a nice jacket. Full zip. A little bit heavy too. This one I had listed higher, but I still took an offer, which I think is acceptable, for $75 USD. I think I paid about $10 at my local Goodwill for this. So 10 into 75 USD. Not bad at all. Next on the list, looks like, two things out of the same drawer. So there's a Frederick Anderson signed 8x10, which we got $16.95 for. And the second thing in the same drawer, because I just put the Frederick Anderson in the drawer with the MLB All-Star book. The MLB All-Star book, this is from the 90, let's take a look at it, 91 All-Star game in Toronto. This drawer right here. Yeah. I picked this up at a thrift store a really long time ago. Finally did sell it for, I was going to say $7, that's wrong. $10.79. Yeah, that sounds better. $10.79. And yeah, in the Frederick Anderson that I mentioned here, auto, this one does have the Frozen Pond C of A, $16.19 on that one, and 10, I don't know why that's so hard for me today for some reason, $10.79 on the All-Star book. I'm probably not making very much at all on this All-Star book. I thought I was going to keep it for myself, and you know, I just decided to sell it. These aren't worth a ton of money for sure. But yeah, one more thing going out, and it is a Poshmark order. Toronto Blue Jays Keds, so it's a collab. These ones, yeah, so the problem with these ones is that I only had them listed on Poshmark.ca because they are made, I don't know if you can see that in there, they're made in China, okay? So I delisted them from all other platforms, just left them on Poshmark.ca because there's no issue whatsoever. I think these came, I don't remember if they came from a yard sale or where, but I didn't pay much for them for sure. And we're just getting $20 Canadian. We're moving them out. I'd be careful about buying things made in China. Of course, I say that, and I have bought other stuff made in China on purpose that I'm just going to list on Poshmark.ca, so it's not the end of the world, but if it's, you know, not really worth a ton, I would kind of avoid made in China stuff at the moment, but still making a few dollars on these kids, and they are really cool. Women's size 10. Let's get them out of here. Now, I don't know how many of you guys actually sell on multiple platforms and cross lists. Let me know in the comments down below what platforms you do sell on. I'm always interested to know. Maybe we'll learn a new one. You know, for me personally, like I said, it's really eBay.com, Poshmark.ca right now, and a little bit of Depop sales sprinkled in. You know, also have like local sales and sales from the antique booth. And you know, those things all add up as well. But as far as online stuff goes, those are the big two for me. Obviously, Poshmark.com was a pretty good one for me. It's going to hurt me at the end of the year when I look at my year-end total because there's a lot of sales. I mentioned this before. I really never touched my Poshmark.com money. I just sat in my Wise account in USD, so I didn't really touch it until we went on vacation. So I won't really notice it until my vacation fund runs out, right? But you know, when I look at my numbers at the end of the year, I'm sure it'll make a pretty big impact on how much, you know, overall income that I've made. So, you know, replacing that income in some way might be important here, or to think about how to replace it in the near future. But, you know, obviously picking up better stuff, selling higher value items is really the only way you're going to make more money doing this. Not that I don't think I really need to make more money. I just need to stay consistent on what I'm doing right now. That's the goal. The other thing I want to show you is this Swiffer. Okay, it's a Swiffer power mop. It's just so funny to me. I was excited to buy this because I don't need water out here or anything. I just use the Swiffer, right? Just makes it nice and easy cleanup. But you know, 20 years ago, I couldn't imagine being excited about buying a Swiffer for a shed in my backyard. It's just so silly. So yeah, that's it. That's my big purchase of the week. Swiffer power mop. I don't know. Like I said, it amuses me a bit. How excited I was to buy it. It just, when I think about it, it just makes me laugh. Anyway, I think if we're going to end this one right here. If you guys like videos like this one, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. We'll see you guys soon.